2 weeks from tomorrow marks the start of jury selection in the murder trial of George Floyd. This past week, city and state leaders announced security precautions that will include, for the verdict, 3,100 National Guard troops and officers on the street. A short time ago, I spoke with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. Take a look. And joining us now is Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you for having me, Esme.
All right. You announced the security preps for the Chauvin murder trial and the George Floyd case. A lot of traditional measures you're taking with troops, National Guard troops, but there were other things that were really interesting in terms of community outreach and even trying to have a rapid response to rumors. Tell us about that.
Well, that's exactly right. One of the biggest difficulties that we saw through the events of late May and early June was this abundance of misinformation. And what we want to make sure going forward is that we've got the necessary community outreach in place with trusted partners that allows for two-way communication, both for us to receive very important intelligence, but also for us to provide it. And that means getting the information out to our press corps, and I know that CCO is going to be doing that very important work, and also some of our more culturally specific radio stations and TV networks to make sure that all communities throughout have that very important information right from the get-go. So we're working with our neighborhood community relations team and with our Office of Violence Prevention to make sure that these lines are in place right from the beginning.
All right. If you could figure that out, I think the world will be watching anyway. But I mean, because that is such a big, important thing. What specifically can you do, though, to get the word out quickly when one of these things happens? Because there was an incident this summer on the Nicollet Mall where there was a rumor, and it was actually a suicide. But yet there was looting afterwards because people thought police were involved.
That's right. Well, we're going to be doing a number of different things. First, we will have people on the ground to begin with. We'll have some of these almost phone trees that are set up far before the trial starts, far before the jury verdict is read, to make sure that the right information can be pumped out to communities, to block captains, to neighborhood leaders. We're also going to make sure that that information is immediately and quickly disseminated to the press. At times, that will mean that we're pumping out the same message multiple different times, and we think that's important because one of the best ways to get the right information out there and to make sure that everyone has it on hand is to repeat it again and again. And so you'll see that kind of briefing happening over the next several weeks where, yes, we'll have a very regular briefing that is increasing in consistency as we get closer into the jury deliberation as well as the verdict. But, you know, communication is an asset, it's a strength, it's a tool that we can use, and we want to make sure we're using it as effectively as possible to dispel the information that we know that some of these groups, outside agitators, white supremacists, are going to be using to cause chaos in our city.
There has been some pushback from community groups. I think whatever you do, there's going to be pushback from somebody. But the community groups say it sounds like it's too much or it's too much money. Your thoughts about that?
Well, if you're talking about too much money for safety, I think we need to be operating right now off of an abundance of precaution, period. That means that right now we've obviously had quite a bit of time to prepare. And I think it's traumatizing for communities to experience any form of violence, and we need to make sure that we've got the right tools in place. And we've been working, since late summer, we've been working with a number of different jurisdictions, our mutual aid partners, the state of Minnesota, to make sure that we have the right plan in place, and that culminated with our request for the National Guard in December. Right. We'll have up to around 2,000 National Guard members that will and can be on hand as we get closer into jury deliberations and the verdict.
But Mayor, let me just ask you just quickly, there's a major hang-up at the legislature. We've talked earlier in the show with House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler. He says there's got to be a police accountability aspect to this bill that would provide $35 million for security. What if that doesn't pass the legislature?
Well, I certainly support having additional police accountability measures. I don't pretend to understand all of the different political machinations that Representative Winkler is dealing with. And by the way, I thank both him and Speaker Hortman in standing up for this very necessary bill. But this is going to be critical. that we get this assistance, not just from an operations perspective, but also the message that it sends, that our state is unified in ensuring safety, not just in our city, but statewide. It's a message that says we've got your backs. And the fact that we can't say this right now as a unified voice is deeply and profoundly disappointing.
But you would like to see some police accountability in whatever final bill comes out.
I'm certainly supportive of additional police accountability. Absolutely. And I appreciate their work in getting to that point. You know, we've had a litany of measures that have come out in terms of the police accountability work that we are doing at the city, and certainly I'm supportive of additional police accountability at the state. Now, you need the accountability, and we also need police and law enforcement. It's got to be a both-end approach.
All right. Well, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, thank you so much for your time. We obviously will be following up on this in the coming weeks and months. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Esme.